Hey everybody, it's 2 o'clock, so we're going to get started today so that we get our project all in today.
Hi guys.
So we're going to have fun together. We're going to make a Filigree Boho hand flower bracelet. Now I made a video about this 10 years ago maybe, probably longer. And when I was a kid, they called a bracelet like this the slave bracelet back in the 60s. Tells you how old I am. So anyway, today a lot of people don't like that. So we call them hand flowers. That's pretty, right? So they're the bracelet that has goes around your wrist and has a little ornament on your hand. If you want to show them what I'm doing here. Has a little ornament on your hand.
And then it's connected by a ring.
And it's connected by a ring at the bottom. Sometimes people will just use a piece of chain going around your finger, and you can certainly do that. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't find it very comfortable for me, personally, so I always try to get the ring on.
I'm thinking mine may have just been chain. The couple that I've made, I may have just used the chain.
Oh, I've got some people here.
Yeah, we have a few here.
Jeff, hey, Donna's here. Hey, Ding Dong Bell, she said.
Hey, Dara.
Dara, how you doing? That's good. I didn't remind people too much, and then I wasn't on last week, so maybe everybody forgot about me. Oh well. Show them the video later. I can watch it later. That's the thing about the lives. You can come on while we're on, or you can watch them later. So anyway, today we're just going to kind of show you the project. Excuse me. I've been so sore lately. So I'm not sore throat, but coarse, like, what do you call it? Hoarse. That's it. Hoarse voice lately. Anyway, so I try not to talk too bad for you. But anyway, you know what I'm thinking? Claire's here. That's good. Maybe, do you think maybe you should go back and remind her, hey, we're on?
Yeah, I can tell.
Okay, you could do it from your phone. That's great. Okay. So, of course, we're going to need our standard tools we always use, or I always use anyway. There's my round nose pliers, flat nose pliers, or some people call them chain nose, and my cutters. That's all you need. And then, to make the bracelet, we need one of these filigree from the website, and I think it's SG02601. You find it in the satin gold section. Okay, and then the ring for it is a cigar band ring. I've carried this for years, and it is SG02666. Now, really, you can use any ring that you want. You don't have to use this one, but I like it because, if you notice here, it's got a little hole there at the top, so it makes it nice to connect it. See? In fact, I didn't even go through that one. I went through the side holes on mine. So you can see how it looks like on me. Anyway.
I can zoom in just a minute.
So, anyhow. Yeah, back when I was a kid in the 60s, these were really, really popular. You know, hippie jewelry was out then. These were really, really popular then. But I think they're pretty, you know. I mean, why not wear them now, right? So really, there's only one thing that you really have to keep in mind when you make one of these, and that's your measurements. And of course, if you're making them for people, like at a show, or, you know, a customer, whatever, you might want to get measurements and make sure it's going to fit them. Now, if you're at a show, you could fit it up for them if they want to wait. But like, say you're selling it off your Etsy store, then you're going to want to get, you know, measurements ahead of time so you can make sure that it fits them.
Or maybe have the chain, like at least around the wrist, have like a little bit of an extender, so if you need to adjust the fit.
Yeah, for me, I'm finding though, is more of a tendency to get it too big. And then when you get it too big and it doesn't hold it up here, it falls. And these chains here are a little bit loose. They could be a little bit tighter. I could take a link or two out of this yet.
And see, the one that
Still fit.
one of the ones that I made, I have to fix it because the fit isn't right, and it's actually a little bit tight, like it's pulling.
Yeah, and if you get it too tight, it's going to hurt your finger. That's where it's going to hurt. This is going to be miserable to wear. So, and Gloria's here. That's good. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on making the project at first and not visiting so much. We're so glad everybody came, but if we don't say hi to you at first, please don't feel bad that we don't appreciate that you're here. It's just, Brenda's got ADHD. And it's getting worse because Brenda's getting older. So,
And we want to make sure we don't go over.
and we go over so bad all the time. We get too chatty, and then I can't remember what I'm saying to you. And it doesn't make very good video. It really doesn't. We're here to teach something we've figured out, share it with you. And, the other stuff is, it's the icing on the cake, but you eat the cake first. So, anyway, so I'm going to take this thing off. And you might notice the way I took it off is I took the bracelet part first and then the ring.
Set it off.
But when you're putting it on, you put the ring first. And I got it upside down already.
So yeah, we'll visit and answer any questions afterwards,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. So, and I made this one like I do so many of my bracelets. I didn't use two parts. I just took the one piece of chain, wrapped it around the wrist, and then I used a larger jump here to catch it because it's just easier to get it on. Because I still fumble around with it. But this
Oh,
has
the
been,
big lobster?
Yeah, it's just been easier. So, anywho, see, now it won't cooperate. What I do a lot of times is I'll go ahead and send it off to the side, and then
just
yeah,
place it.
put it on. Can you help me, Lord?
Yes.
She's so pitiful. Not her, me. I'm pitiful.
Okay, now wait a minute.
Here, slide it this way. This is what I do. Is I always slide it off.
I'm at a wrong angle.
That's probably it.
How many people does it take to screw in
Yeah,
a light bulb? There. Okay.
Got it. And I like the big one on it, but you can use the little one. You can basically with this, you can use anything you want. And the more you think about what could you use, you'll think of different things besides the parts I used, although they lend themselves to it very easily. Okay.
And you could put more stuff on the top, if you want more ornamental.
So what I start out with, of course, is a big filigree. And you might see, here I didn't bring my pointer, but I'll use this. You might see that I drilled it in two places. There's a little flower at the top. And I drilled out the center of the flower as close to the center as I could. Now, I don't care how you get a hole in it. You're just going to have to get a hole in it. Because you have to get a really, really big jump ring to be able to make it fit. This
Sorry,
can
guys.
be
I'm
tough,
trying to get this in for you guys.
So, anyway, so you have to drill it. I use a drill press.
I see those.
Excuse me.
Right there, the holes.
Okay, right here and right here.
Yep.
I used a drill press to do mine. But you can also just get an old nail and do it, and then file the back. However you get a hole through, you can. The hole punch, you can do that too. But I used a drill. Okay, so just to tell you how I did mine. And then I also used this kind of chain, which we don't have a lot of, but you can use your choice of chain. I just liked how this one looked. And I used roughly 5 inches of it. So it doesn't require a lot of chain. That makes it nice, And then I used the cigar band ring, which we talked about.
Is that the same chain that you used down by the ring as well?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Is that 5 inches? Is that including?
This is the 5 inches here, and then this right here. Let me take. It's always good to keep a ruler close by when you're making stuff too. You guys probably already know that. Yeah, you need about an inch
on each side.
On a chain. What I did was I counted links. I used a big link long here, and then double jumped it. And then I used 2 more links, and then I used a jump ring. And I used, I just used 6mm jumps. I thought I was going to have to go to 8s, but this 6mm worked out fine. Up here I have a 10. And we do have 10mm gold jumps, so you'll be able to do that. So I'm just going to leave it on my hand and work with it because, don't have to worry.
I'm going to show them the difference of where you punch the hole so they can see maybe just
and this one's satin gold and that one
is
is
the
raw.
raw.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see the difference in plating too. But you see where those flowers are up at the top, guys? You can see where she drilled the holes then.
Just drilled the middle of the flower out. So
you can see the difference.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So let's go on. So I used, like I said, about 5 inches of this chain. So let's see how I did it. Okay, it doesn't really matter, you can make it all work. So, and actually, you'd probably rather be shy with it than be over. Because I found out that even the 5 foot was a little long, and I had to take it. And
The 5 inches?
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. And then I'll cut off my pieces for the ring, which is basically
1 inch on each side.
well, we have to be sure we get a long piece. So I'm just going to start with a long piece here. And then I've got, let's see. Now I only want 2 pieces here, so I think I've got 3, so I'll have to take one off. So yeah, I want 2 links plus a long link. That's how I'm doing this. But just it would depend, on whatever kind of chain that you decide to use. So this would be for the ring.
Plus, it might be different too with your fit of your own personal hand
Yes.
and fingers.
Yeah, I have pretty much a medium-sized wrist, maybe a little bit medium-large, not too much, but I'm not tiny boned. I'm short, but I'm not tiny boned. So, but anyway, if you have a medium type wrist, this is probably gonna work okay for you. All right, so I took it off. Where'd it go flying? I think it went flying somewhere. So good about doing that. Well, I'll take this piece off. There's one. Yeah. Well, wherever it is, I'm not worrying about it. I'll just get another one. Okay, so once again, I'm just using the long link and then 2 of the regular ones. And they're about a 5mm. Not that it really matters, but that's about what they are. But yeah, you got to be sure that you get them the same because it will affect the fit of the piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's critical when you get to the ring part, it really is. Because if you don't get it fit right, you're not going to want to wear it. It'll be very uncomfortable. So what did I do? Oh, shoot. No, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so that's it. 2 little links and a long link. Oh, this chain was 6576. I can get more, but as you see, we don't have a whole lot. But there are other chains that we have that will work. We have a small curved chain that's it's real gold plated over stainless steel, and it's a good high quality chain. And it would work really good for this too. The only thing is the stainless steel is a little bit hard to cut. But you can cut it. It's not like you can't. Okay, so now we need jumps, which I've got here. Voila. And we need to have lobster claw. Now, I don't have another one of these, so we'll have to adjust because it will matter It will matter. I might have to, it's smaller, so actually it might fit up better. We'll see. We can fix it. We can rebuild him. Okay, so really, once you get your pieces cut, you don't have much to do now. Okay. All right, another thing I need to tell you. You don't want to put this on your hand like, there we go. You don't want to put this on your hand flat. See how it sticks up weirdish? You don't want to do that. So we got to bend it on the sides. So this is how I did it. I just pressed it down, turned it over, and just pressed it. Not a whole lot. Didn't go too far with it. Just went a little bit. I can always go back and do more, but it's kind of hard sometimes to take it back shorter or smaller. I guess I should say smaller. So
she's just using her thumbs to kind of manipulate it slightly.
With a filigree piece, sometimes you can use your flat nose too a little bit, because if it marks it, you will never see it. Okay, that's just about perfect. Okay. Oh, I want to be cool. I have one for each hand. Ooh. Okay, so that's about. Do you see what the arc is? It's not too much. I'm gonna set it on the counter, and Lauren will show you.
You can see.
So it's not much.
No, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that little lift just right there.
If you don't like the brass metal touching your wrist, in a filigree, what you can do is you could put moleskin or suede or something on the back of this.
Like a cuff liner? Maybe?
And it looks real nice. Another thing you can do with these, of course, you can colorize them if you want. You can do all kinds of really cool colorization.
Yeah, if you get the raw brass.
You can do that.
Especially.
Well, I wouldn't do it over the satin gold. There's only one reason, really. You can. It works great. But the satin gold finish costs more. And I'm always very conscious of that. And I always bring it up to you guys because a lot of you sell your work. You anticipate selling your work one day. So you're going to want to keep those things in mind. A few pennies can make a difference.
Yeah, so if you're going to go ahead and pay that extra for the satin gold, why try to change it,
Yeah, that's right.
Whereas raw brass, it's...
So I didn't embellish this in any way. Now, I might do something with a ring later. I didn't bring my junk tool on here just now. Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, if you wore two, Brenda, it'd be like a new trend for gloves. Hand gloves.
I can do this.
Instead of
Okay,
gloves.
So I'm going to open this. You got to get it opened pretty wide to get it go through here good. So now, because it's still kind of tight. It depends on how you drill it out too. I might have got this just a hair drilled lower, and it could have affected the fit. So many things can affect fit on stuff. It's crazy. So I don't know. I don't think this is going to work, Lauren. I might have you go back and get me 8mm.
Okay. Would one of these work? Or are those too big?
They're kind of too big, I think. Well, maybe not. Let me try.
If not, I'll go back and get you a
No.
different one.
Let's see how. Well, I just don't like them sticking up too much, but you know what? We're here now. Let's do this. These are pretty. These are just
I love those jumps.
kind of braided.
They're like twisted-ish.
Yeah, these are out of my own stash, but I've got some extra ones, so we'll see if we can get it on.
I have some in my own personal stash that I haven't used yet either.
Yeah, this will be big enough. Yeah, it's really important. So I only use 6s on this. But I got it drilled a little bit higher, and that's what makes the difference. This is a little bit lower. Just a tiny bit. I mean, not much. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. crumble fingers. Sometimes I watch these back and I think, like, how can anybody think that I can make jewelry? Okay, so now I'm going to come around the other side and I'm going to add my lobster. And I only need a 6 to put the lobster on. So I'm going to go through the end of the chain. Pull that out. Okay. And I want the trigger of the lobster to be on the outside if possible. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it just might be a little tiny bit
Oh, the lever?
Yeah. It might be a little tiny bit easier for on and off. Now, what you got to do is you got to get one through here. So you're going to need a big one. See, I put a big one there, but I put a little one first. So let me just try for size and see, if it makes a big difference here. If we can get a little one first. And really open it. If you open it really good and wide, you might be able to do it. Oh, yep. Yeah, just stick it in and slide it through and then pull it up. And now I'm getting it flush. Well, not much extra room in there. Now I'll put the big one.
For the lobster
And
to
this
close
is so,
on.
for your closure. So now I've got to find out where. They made these so good and tight, you kind of really got to look.
You gotta find where the opening is.
Yeah, there it is. So, okay, so. But they are brass. They're made really nice.
They are, yeah, you can tell.
Okay. You want to get them good and flush as you can because you don't want them to pull apart. So, all right. So there you go. You got that part. And it's up to you if you want to check it at this point to see if it's fit up good, or if you want to wait till you're all done and see if you need to make adjustments. I think this will be okay, but I don't know. So anyways, okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little pieces down here and I'm going to take the long length. See the long length of it? And I'm going to go through these 2 holes here. Ah. Okay, I'm going to go through the long length. Okay, now I like to double jump ring if I can. If I'm able to, I want to double jump it. But it just gives it more strength, Now, this design too, I want to tell you, if you want to, you could embellish it like with a flower or something. You could wire stuff to it. But if you wire stuff to it, you're going to have wires on the back that are going to annoy your hand.
Itch your hand.
Right, so you're going to have to line it.
So that, yeah, I was going to say
and
that.
not just with another opposing filigree. You're probably going to have to line it with the moleskin or the suede for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, it's not hard. Just trace around it and do it. Okay, so I put that in and it wanted to resist me. Always does that, So... So now it's going in, and I'll get it through that. So that's why I want to use that long length at the back, because it wouldn't fight me to get 2 jumps in. But I only put 1 when I put it on the thing. Okay, I'll show you. So let me get the other one on.
So you just double jump the ring part.
Just this elongated portion. That would, but
That's
what,
attached to the
again,
ring.
it depends, what chain you use. If you're using a smaller chain, you won't be able to double jump ring maybe. But here's the thing to remember. Do not use too delicate of a chain. You don't want to use something big and honking heavy, because that won't look good either with filigree, especially with the ring. But don't use real delicate chain. because it's just not going to work. It'll pull apart. You want something a little bit more substantial.
What about
like 3mm Rollo, 2mm Rollo would be okay.
what about like Filigree? Am I saying that right?
Figaro?
Filigree? Or is that too delicate? Depending.
No, it's not. As long as you get it a little bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Because we do have more delicate ones too. Like we have different
You
sizes.
don't want like the
it.
little fine, tiny ones that you make delicate necklaces out of.
Okay.
But you also don't want the big honking chunky.
Or what
just
about like peanut chain?
Peanut chain would be okay so long as it's big enough. But you don't want to get tiny, delicate.
Because I feel like the peanut is almost like the size of your elongated links, possibly. Or just slightly smaller.
I have had some that big, but I don't know if the ones we have right now are.
Okay.
We'd have to look. We do have some peanut.
And if you used Rollo, what size would you recommend?
I would say 2 or 3mm.
Okay.
Probably 3. Sometimes you just have to size it up, you know. And then 2 on this, I'm seeing that I have to get my jumps really, really open. It's not just going to be, a little thing and slide on. Instead, you're going to have to make it big enough to get it where you want it to be. Okay, come here, you. I'm always saying that. Okay, so here we go. Sometimes you just have to use another pair of jumps. Pliers, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to use 2 pliers.
That's normally what I use.
Yeah. I gotta get new glasses too. That'll probably help me. I've noticed that as I'm getting older, my eyes are really getting worse, and that's probably because of a lot of computer use too. So, just don't want to get that wonky. I'll check it later. You guys don't need to sit around while I'm doing that. Okay, so now I'm going to put the ring on. And these little 6mm should work to get it on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go through that top hole. Although if you wanted to redesign it somehow, and just have one piece of chain going down to it, you could use that middle hole if you wanted. This is just the way I did it with these parts. Okay, so I'm going to go through here. And then you can see here's a hole, and here's a hole. Okay, you. All right. Sometimes I drop more jump rings than I ever get connected.
I drop jump rings all the time.
I hate it.
And usually I have like a blanket covering my lap. It's a thing. I don't know why. Even in the summertime, I always have to have a blanket covering my legs, like my feet, my legs.
Actually, that's not a bad thing when you bead because it'll catch stuff.
It does. They all land in my blanket, and then I'm like going through my blanket. I'm like, okay, where'd you go?
I work on my bed a lot.
But I don't know.
Well, my bedspread's taking a toll too. You can tell.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a security thing or what, but I always have to have a blanket over my lap.
Well.
And then I'm going through the folds of my blanket.
It's a good way. I still end up with a bunch of beads on the floor. I'm always get the sweeper out and run it.
Yep.
Because I don't want Millie to get them because sometimes, she might just be big enough to choke her.
Finn takes off with beads, so I have to chase him down.
I just worry that, I don't care about the beads so much as I just worry it could choke her maybe.
Yeah. No, that's why I chase after him.
Okay, so I got on the one side, now I'm going to go for the other side, which is right here. I got to get it really open. There we go. Yeah, they always used to have these bracelets in Woolworths.
Where?
Woolworths. You don't even know about Woolworths,
I don't
Woolworths
know.
been closed for a long time, I think. Woolworths was a very popular little
Department
family-style department store.
What would it be kind of like
I don't think
comparable?
they don't have
Anything?
they don't have anything like it today.
Huh.
Honestly, they don't have anything like a Woolworths today. Can I get that on? No, that's mangled completely. Okay, I'll get it later. I'll fix it later. But anyway, so I'm going to take this one off and put this one on because it's all finished now, see?
Each bonuses, and then you have new style gloves.
Well, you're going to have me... You're gonna have
Oh
to
no,
have me
here we
put
go
on.
again. You're going to try
Okay,
this
let's
again.
see. So, and this thing will be bigger, so I'm going to open this up. When they're new, they're kind of small.
Yeah, these rings are nice too because they are adjustable.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to worry, is this ring going to fit me? Yes, it will.
You make it fit.
You make it fit. I'll make it fit. It's from Cinderella. Mom and I say that line all the time.
Okay, so remember, we put the ring on first. Put it on. The ring on first. Okay, there's that.
Okay, so we got
And
this
then
around.
let's see if Lauren can do this.
We're going to see if I can get it this
I'll flip
time.
that up.
I keep it. Really? Okay. I gotta get my finger out of the way.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
That's just about perfect.
Set of gloves.
It'll be a little bit tighter because this is smaller.
Smaller. Yeah.
Mhm.
So set of gloves.
This
now
is looser a little bit.
we're doing bracelets.
This is more like just right.
I've always hated gloves anyways. These are pretty.
Yeah, I don't care about it. So I got him that's kind of cool.
Whenever I did do gloves, I always got the fingerless gloves. So
Oh,
this would be
fingerless
better because my
But
fingers
look
would
at
still be.
look at that. This is what we should do for the thumbnail, Lauren.
Oh goodness! After I got a picture.
I know, but you could do it over and make it even cooler. More people would look at it. This is cool. If they were silver, I'd look like a biker chick, right? So that's,
If you did chainmail, if you did like the chainmail kind of look.
so here I am. Put it up. You see me?
Okay, wait. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. There you go.
Now take a screenshot of that.
Yeah, you should take a post like that for on the group. That's cute.
I don't know if that's a good picture or not.
It was cute.
Did it? So I got two of them now. Oh, I kind of like that. Except I'm timid about stuff like this. I don't know if I'd wear it or not.
Because there's also a little smooth center, so if you want to put a little
I
cap.
didn't tell you. I left it on my bed door. Let's see what I got. I had a little flower that I was going to suggest. I was going to suggest this one. This here one.
Oh, the dogwood.
Yeah, the dogwood flower works real nice.
And then you could put like a little rhinestone in the middle if you wanted.
Yeah. You could rivet it on if you want.
But you could do probably 10 by 14 size
Probably.
stone, a cap, if you wanted to glue it on that center.
Or another stamping.
Mm-hmm.
But to do a rivet in this, you'd have to pull this brass ring way out. So it's almost flat, which you can do. And then you have to drill this part here in the middle and drill the middle of this up. And that's going to be a little bit difficult because you don't have a lot of room to drill. So you got to get a 332 rivet through there. But you could then put this on there and whack, rivet it. So you wouldn't have any glue if you wanted. But
That seems like a lot.
I think glue's fine. I think glue will be just fine, people. You know, but I'm just telling you, if you want to make it a little bit more, legit, not that it is, then maybe you want to do that. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. I want to go dance. Yeah, right? Okay, so let's visit just a little bit. What you think, guys? What you think?
Let's see belly dancers wearing those.
Oh, I know some people belly dance. This would be good for you.
They do it for exercise.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know who?
It tightens the muscles.
You know, Christy Lee told me she goes to belly dancing.
Does she?
And
Yeah.
she loves it. Christy Lee needs a pair of these, right?
Uh-huh. And then you need those, what are they? The little...
Castanets?
Yeah, those
well, I don't know
little...
if they're castanets or not, but that's in Spanish, but I don't know. Maybe they're. Anyway, let's look and see what y'all are saying.
Hi, guys.
Oh, Andrea's here. Gloria's saying she's having trouble with her eyes.
Yeah, because you said
She's
you
going to
need new
appointment.
glasses.
Yeah, I need new glasses. And here's Darcy.
Darcy's here.
It's here, Gloria. Yeah. JJ Newberry's. We had JJ Newberry's, Gloria. It was right downtown. It was 2 stories. And in the bottom part, they had a pet store.
Ooh.
We got our little.
My whole time
We
in
got
that
our
part.
little. We got a little yellow cockatiel there named. That was our Paco. We had him for 18
that was
years. Paco
Paco.
came from JJ Newberry's.
Oh.
They had him out. He was so friendly. Somebody had taught him some stuff already. And
Yeah.
he was hopping around saying some things, and then he was so cute. He came right on my finger, and I asked him how much, and I thought, I think I can manage that. And Jordan was beside himself. He was so excited.
He danced.
Yeah, he danced.
For Jordan.
You go.
And you always knew, so I worked here, of course, before
And
Jordan
he would
did.
dance.
And we always knew
And
when
he'd go,
Jordan
"Boom,
was
boom, boom,
pulling
boom."
in.
Yeah.
We knew when Jordan was home because Paco would start doing his little
Dan-
bobbing,
do
like
his
up and down,
dancing.
up and down. We're like, okay, Jordan's home, and he would only dance for Jordan.
Yeah.
Like you do your little finger like a conductor, like a music conductor, and he'd
Yeah.
start going.
Yeah.
I got him to do it one time.
Did you?
It was hilarious because I'm like, come on, Paco, will you dance? And he started, and then he just like immediately froze, and he stopped. He's
They
like,
wouldn't do it anymore.
he was like,
huh?
wait a minute, you're not Jordan.
Christine says she loves them, and Claire says she loves them. That's good because I'll tell you, I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm so burned out. That's ridiculous. Okay, I'm going back to the beginning to make sure that.
So are you going to color
everybody-
them, or are you going to leave
No,
them?
I like them gold. These are satin gold.
Oh, they're the satin, that's
So
right.
I like them this color. I'm going to put something on the ring part. And I think I'm going to fit them up just a little bit more. This one's pretty good, but this one, I think it needs a little adjustment up here.
And
So-
you might need to switch out the jumps. Or, I mean, the lobster.
Yeah,
so
maybe
they
get a
match.
smaller one.
If you're going to wear
yeah, if
them
I'm
at
going
the
to wear
same
them as a
time.
pair, then I want to do that, yeah. You know, they might sell better as a pair if I was going to sell them. I don't know, maybe. Karma's here. That's Colleen Hine, I think. Jeffy Lou, you're here a lot. Oh, Jeffy Lou says attach a cameo. I think, Jeffy, you were here when we did the first one years ago. That's Donna. You guys remember Donna? That's my sister-in-law. We love her. Chris here. Christine Lewis. Andrea, Gloria, Darcy, Claire. So we don't have a big group, but we got a good one. We got a good group. So does anybody have a question or a comment about making these? They're pretty straightforward, wouldn't you say? Now, you know, like I told you, you can go through your filigree and stuff and see what you got that might work. The main thing that you want to be sure that you do is make sure that it's not real itchy scratchy, that it's adapt filigree that's pushed out a little bit, and then be sure you bend the sides and it'll be more comfortable. So you see Claire says, Colleen says the 13-year-old in the room says they're way cool.
Aw.
I'm always trying to think of something that
Look at that. You're cool and trendy,
young
these two.
people would like
yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah. They're
They
different.
would
They're
like
unique.
them, yeah.
Like I said, it's like a new style of gloves.
Yeah, and maybe for a young
For rock
person,
and roll.
maybe not something quite this bold. Maybe I don't know. You know, if you go to festivals like
The Renaissance? Oh, for sure.
Renaissance Festival or like
Or even Comic-Con. Like for some of the characters,
Yeah.
maybe.
There's a bunch of them.
Anime.
Bonnaroo
There's like, I don't even know.
Lollapalooza, and there's another one. I can't remember. It's a big one. Oh, Coachella is a big one, and it's in
Okay.
California. You go to our Burning Man festival if you do that. I know some of
Or even
my friends.
like I think they would look really cool for
yeah.
like Celtic kind of like feel
Yeah,
almost.
probably. Yeah, this would be great for Burning Man if you go there. It's just kind of weird, but a lot of people love it, and there's a lot of selling going on there too.
I was thinking, now you tell me, Brenda, because maybe I'm wrong, but for this piece, for your ornamental piece, what about our luggage tag stamping?
Yeah, usually that'd be good, but then it'd be solid. So keep in mind, if it's a sweaty day, you got no air going through.
Okay.
So I want to see what Claire says. We used to have a G.C. Murphy. Yes, those are good too. I remember G.C. Murphy. My grandmother used to go there to cash in green stamps. My grandfather would always stop at the candy case and buy us a small bag of chocolate syrup. I remember those too. And they bagged them up for you. Yeah. Oh, that's okay, Darcy. I'm glad you were able to come for a little bit. That's just so wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. So way cool. Yeah, this would be great festival jewelry if you do that kind of thing. But I mean, just younger people just love it just to wear it, you know. I mean, I would. I don't think I wear two at one time because I'm, like I say, I'm a little timid.
They'd be cool for even like a rock concert too. If you,
Yeah.
Even if you just wear one.
Yeah.
Like
Go
if
to
you don't
rock
want like a pair,
concert,
but like
you know, it depends on who you're going to see.
yeah. Adam Lambert.
Yeah, you could definitely.
Queen.
Yeah, you could definitely wear that to Adam Lambert. That would be no problem. I was watching a concert from Sheryl Crow. It was made a couple years ago. I really like her, really a lot. She would wear that.
Mm-hmm.
She's something. She's almost as old as me. She's jumping up around and everything. Yeah, she is. She is. She's about 64 now. I'm 68. I can't do that. No way. You have to have a lifetime of that. Okay, so very good. Well, I think I'm so glad you did too, Claire, and I hope everybody got something from it. Now, before I leave you, I didn't say at the beginning, but please give us a like. If you liked it, give us a like. And you can also, in the front, in the comments, leave us a comment. Now, these comments here on the, the feed, the rolling feed, while we're live, they don't count. YouTube doesn't look at them. They don't care. They want to see the comments that you typed in that show up underneath the description.
Under the published video.
Right. It will really help me a lot if you will do that. And I would appreciate it so much if you would do that. Helps me know. And I think with our format now of teaching everything in first instead of doing visiting throughout, it'll be more appealing to more people. And then if we get that done and get those comments on there as well, maybe.
And then you can see the whole project in a faster amount of time instead of having to wait. We'll make sure that we don't go over.
Right. So anyway.
Oh, and also if you hit the little bell, it will remind you anytime that we come on and are live.
That's right. Thank you for bringing that up one. Okay, so I think we're done for today. We'll try and make some. We have plenty of these parts, the website I checked. So we have lots of them. These are the satin gold ones. We have them in raw.
Which are great for coloring.
We don't have the ring, but you can just use chain.
That's what I used with mine.
Just go around. You don't have to have the ring.
Yeah.
There's just so many ways to make them. So I've got a bunch of ideas for next week. So come back next Wednesday because we'll be here and we'll have something great to show you and teach you. So really appreciated your support in coming out today. And we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.